Hey friends, it's me, your pal Kelly Zemnickis, and welcome to episode number 33 of It'll Be Fine 33. I was told once, someone was like, are you European? Because you do your threes like this. Is that a European thing? I have no idea. Anywho, if you can see on the old fridge, we're making Rugelach. Oh, I like this treat. Oh, I really do. I know my friend Ruby's watching going, yeah, you're Jewish. I'm pretty convinced I am, even though I have no proof of it. Inside I am. Man, I love this one. You can do this a number of ways, with some jam, with some chocolate. Heck, put chocolate and jam together. Go wild. Do you. Whatever you want to do. And today, from a distance, we are making this dessert with my friend, fellow comic, super funny lady, very generous soul. She sent me cake by Uber Eats for my birthday. How good is that? Lisa Feingold is on the show today. She is right now in her kitchen doing her thing. We're going to check in with her shortly. And I think a couple of her roommates are going to come by and taste her Rugelach. I've got no roommates, so that's not going to happen. That's okay. I'll just eat what I make, as you do. So it's going to be fine, guys. It's going to be all good. And on today's show, we are sending some love, sending to some support. If you are able to donate $1, $5, whatever you can to feed the Frontlines, it's an amazing initiative. A lot of Toronto restaurants are partnering up. And what they're doing is they're getting meals to hospital workers, staff, a group of angels that are helping us get through this very, very tough time that we are in right now. So if you can support Feed the Frontlines, you'd be doing a solid. That would be really awesome. So Rugelach, is it going to be fine? Of course it is. Have I made it before? No. Hasn't stopped me before.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Some real talk. So we're saying that. So we're using this cookbook, Bunner's. Awesome joint in Toronto. They have a few locations. I used to work for Bunner's, actually. I enjoyed my time there. I did. We are doing this recipe, Rugelach. And this recipe is geared towards, folks who are gluten-free and vegan. I'm neither, nor is Lisa. So, I'm gonna be honest, both of us have played with this recipe a lot. I know Lisa's is not gluten-free, but she's using vegan cream cheese and other things. I just went full gluten, full animal product. So I don't really know how to break down how we're doing this today. But you know what? That's the fun part about baking. As scientific and as detail specific as it is, you can still play around with stuff. And while you're home, while you've got maybe a bit more time on your hands, have fun with the recipe, man. Play with it. That's the fun thing about it. So I'm going to suggest you look up the Bunner's recipe for Rugelach if you are vegan or gluten-free, and you'll know exactly how to make it. You'll have all this stuff there. All right, so shout out to Ashley and Kevin and everyone at Bunner's. Thank you for making this. It's a great book. Here's what I used, just so you guys know. I went with Philly cream cheese, vanilla extract. In the recipe, it says sea salt. I've got kosher and I have rock salt. I picked rock salt. We're gonna see if that was a good call. Calls for cinnamon. I just have allspice. I ran out of cinnamon a few episodes ago. I still haven't bought any new because I'm like, I have allspice. So I went with that. And for flour, instead of going gluten-free, which you totally can, and if you do, use the xanthan gum because that acts as your binder. It acts as the gum to make it all stick together. Robin Hood for me, because truth be told, xanthan gum really hurts my stomach. It's not that easily digestible for a lot of people. So if you've had a treat and you found your stomach's a bit weird with something containing xanthan, it could be that, because some people do have a hard time breaking it down. Not everybody, but some. So I've chosen to go with just full gluten. And what else did I use? I just used unsalted butter for it. And any other modifications? Nope, I think that was it. Yeah. So they also call for sugar and then apricot raisins to taste, or you could use chocolate chips in this. That would be fine too. So that is what I used for this recipe. Hey guys, so once the dough is all prepped, you're going to let it rest in the fridge for about 1 hour. Before you do that, you're going to separate it into 3 little circular discs like this and let it rest for at least 60 minutes. And now it's time for everyone's favorite game. What did Kelly forget this time? Okay, so I forgot the sugar. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to now that I've got the stuff going into the oven, when I roll it out and I roll the cookies up, I'm gonna roll it in sugar before I bake them. So it'll be fine. And for this one, you can, as I say, you can either, I don't know if I mentioned it before, you can either do like an apricot jam filling for this. You can do raisins, you can do both. I'm going chocolate chips. I'm making about a half dozen cookies, I think is what I'm doing today. So I'm not making too many. So you can do that. And then as I say, I'm gonna roll it in sugar because I forgot the sugar. Right. This is what mine look like. Is this right? I have no idea. Anyways, this is going to go into the oven for about 20 minutes. And then we're going to chat with Lisa, see how hers turned out. Wish us luck. Hey everybody, welcome back to episode number 33. I can't believe we're at 33 of It'll Be Fine. Once again, I'm your friend Kelly Zemnickis, and joining me is Lisa Feingold. Hey Lisa.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing so good. How are you, first off?
Good, yeah. I feel like I've reached the point in like self-isolation where I just forget what life was before this, and this is just fine and normal. And like, what is going outside?
Exactly. Like we've been chatting a little bit, with friends on like Facebook chats, but I don't know if I've mentioned this in our chats, but I'm just pretending I live in space right now and just floating around for a year in my bubble.
I like that. There's something very like calming about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my balcony is my spacewalk. Yeah, maybe I'm going crazy. Who knows?
Aren't we all?
I am not. But we of course know each other through doing stand-up. I myself have been dabbling in some online mics and doing that. Are you doing anything of the sort while we're on a break from an actual comedy club?
Very much not. I tweeted today, but like not even much Twitter. It's just not even, not really. It's kind of nice to like not, because I think I was sort of on a bit of a hiatus from doing stand-up. So now it just feels like now I don't have to feel guilty about that.
You're right. There can be some guilt in not going out night after night, which I don't do because I'm either working on a project or maybe I've got the restaurant job in the morning. So like physically, I just can't handle like 7 days a week. And I do feel guilty sometimes, which is dumb.
Yeah, like I've been dealing with a lot of health stuff and trying to figure that out and kind of have just been taking a bit of time off to focus on that, and because I haven't really felt like doing stand-up. Yeah, and now, and like, I mean, I've also just spent the last few years being sort of stuck in my house because of like various different like health things. So if anything, it just feels like now everyone else is on my page, and that's kind of nice.
Well, I've actually got to give you a bit of credit, because if it wasn't for you posting something about something food related, like I think you made a post of like, oh, like I need to get together with people, or there was something you put on Facebook, and I invited you over and our friend Genesis Rugelach to bake a cake, I believe was our intention, and it wasn't working out. It was going awry. And we were right here in this kitchen, and I was like, Lisa, it's going to be fine. Janice, it's going to be fine. And then at some point, I was like, that's a really good name for a show. So to you, this exists.
That's so amazing. Oh, I don't think I knew that. That's great. Yeah, that was like, it tasted fun. Like, it tasted good, but visually, it was like kind of a disaster.
Visually, you would have swiped left if you were on a dating profile of cake. You would have been like, not going to happen.
So much, but it was really good.
It was so good. I should try. I'm going to go back through Facebook. If I can find a picture of it, I'm going to put it at the end of the episode, because
yes.
You're the reason I'm doing this. I'm
so honored to have unintentionally had a role in that. This wonderful show.
Yeah. You know what? I should credit you as executive producer, not Jaime.
I'll take it.
Kick the Ecuadorian out of there. He really doesn't actually do anything for this show, and it's a running joke between the two of us that I keep crediting him as executive producer.
I would also like a percentage of your zero profits from the show.
Yeah, you can have all the adulation. We of course gave ourselves the assignment of making arugula. Have you ever made arugula before?
No, but they're like one of my like all-time favorite desserts. Like, I love them so much, and I always thought they would like be a really big hassle to make.
I gotta say that too. There's a number of desserts and things that we've done on the show so far that initially I thought, I'm not going to make that. I'm just going to buy it. But that's okay.
Yeah, no, I was surprised at how easy it was, because I think I'd thought about making it and then was like, oh, you need to let the dough rest. This is beyond the amount of work I'm willing to put in. But it was really easy. Like, I made the dough yesterday, and it took like 5 minutes, genuinely.
That's absolutely true. Yeah, it was not a hard prep whatsoever, but I realized, and I alluded to this just a few moments ago, and I was talking about the process. I have sugar.
Pardon?
I forgot the sugar. So what I did was, when I was rolling the dough out to form, because you have to like roll the dough out and then you cut it, you're basically making like a mini croissant. You kind of want to get that shape. I just ladened it with brown sugar and then baked it. So
I should say that because I couldn't find apricot jam in the store, they were just out. And I was also not gonna make it gluten-free. I just ended up being like, I'll make a different recipe, I guess.
Right.
So it was arugula, but like with like a nut raisin brown sugar filling. And it didn't have any sugar in the dough.
Did yours look like what you would buy in a store?
I'd say, I think like I may have left them in the oven for a bit too long. Well, some of them in the oven for a bit too long, but once I dusted them with powdered sugar, they did. Yeah.
Ooh, nicely done. Shall we do a tasting?
Yes. Let me get my roommate, because I am eating sugar or flour.
Let's phone a friend.
Hello.
Hey.
This is my roommate, Kyra.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. She just asked if she should lie if it's bad.
No. I want you to be completely honest. If this isn't your jam, say it.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. So, alrighty, let's do a little virtual cheers of our.
Nice plate.
Oh, look at you! Nice plating. Amazing. All right, shall we try this? Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, good.
That's really good.
This
Yeah.
is good.
She is like an avid baker, so that's high praise.
I'll make it. Well, you should come do an episode if you ever want.
Yeah, you actually should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you like about it?
It's really flaky.
Oh.
You did a really good job with that. Like it's nice and layered. And it's a really good amount of sweet. And I like the nuts. I always love nuts.
Perfect. That's a well done, Lisa. Amazing.
Thank you. It was so easy to make. Genuinely, like very like
Yeah.
that.
I kind of feel like mine is maybe not as. I guess in the past I've had them maybe like a bit crunchier when I've purchased them in a store. I kind of feel like I've made like a mini pain au chocolat, like a nice little croissant with some chocolate in it, which I'm not going to complain about. For a first attempt at Rugelach, I'm kind of proud of myself.
Awesome.
Looks
Yeah.
super good.
I used a combination of butter and vegan margarine because that's what I had. Well, I could have just used all vegan margarine, but I thought it would be better. Like I thought it would be more flaky.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a nice flakiness to this for sure. I don't know if that was the intent of the recipe when Ashley put it together for the just to show you once again, we're using the Bunner's cookbook. So yeah, I don't know if that was the intent to make it nice and flaky, but this would be great for breakfast,
Nice.
for lunch, for dinner.
Luckily, there is so much more for you to eat. Because originally I was going to ask Marie, our other roommate, to be on. She's a stand-up. But then she just told us that she's allergic to nuts like last night.
Oh no! Yeah, don't want to do that to anyone.
Like that would have maybe been good for us to know. Actually, and so because we had originally planned to make this vegan, I had vegan margarine in my fridge or vegan cream cheese in my fridge.
Yes.
Literally a month. And I've just been like, I hope we film this because I don't know what to do with all this vegan cream cheese. I'm probably not going to eat it. And then I ended up not eating all of it and offered it to Marie. And then like she ate it this morning. And then like after she ate it, I was like, wait, I feel like a lot of vegan cheeses are made with cashews, which she's very allergic to. And then I like had to like call her and then checked and it was like made out of like coconut products, which was fine. But I also really enjoyed that she like spread the vegan cream cheese on like a piece of bread and then put like salami on it. And she said that it like went really well. So vegan cream cheese and salami.
No. Thank you.
You could try it.
No.
Is there anything that maybe either of you are making more in the house while we're under this quarantine? Is there something that's coming out of the kitchen a bit more frequently?
Pasta?
Yeah.
Oh no, there's no flour in the entire city, so.
Yeah, because Kyra bakes a lot. But literally you can't find any flour. I had to half the recipe because I just only had like a cup of flour.
Yeah. I bought a big bag about a month ago, and I'm very glad I did because
that was the right call. Oh my god. Yeah, everyone's like making bread now. Everyone's into making bread, I guess.
Great for them, but oh my god.
It's so true. Like everyone's doing like sourdough or buns, and yeah, it's just when we get back to stand up, instead of selling CDs, we're gonna have like baguettes.
I was once at like a show where a singer-songwriter was selling like one of his, like a single, but like it was like a digital download, but with a jar of soup. So it was like you buy the soup and the song, and it was good soup. So I don't know. I think he was onto something. It was really good.
Yeah, we could have like a comedy bake sale. You know,
I feel like why not? Yeah.
we're gonna need the money. So.
Certainly.
It was really delicious. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks so much for having me. It was such a good excuse to bake this.
Absolutely. Yeah, like I batched my recipe down because it's just me here. So I think I ended up making like, I think I've got eight or nine here. So the recipe calls for 24.
Yeah. I ended up making like 16, but some of them are like much smaller than the others.
Cool. Thank you so much. And I wish you both good health and wellness. And hopefully you'll be back in the kitchen soon and we'll
Absolutely. Hopefully there will be an episode of It'll Be Fine with Kyra.
Absolutely. You're most definitely invited. We'll message and I'll talk to you after. And thanks for watching, guys. This has been episode number 33, which is insane. I don't know how we made it that far, but we're gonna keep going. Thanks for watching. Bye.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I think the cake we were making that started this all, I think it was also from this Bunner's book, if I'm not mistaken. Was it this cake?
I really think it was, because I remember that like in the mess of like cake and like cream, there was also a lot of berries.
It was such like this. You were wanting to do, I think, some piping, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my god, I think I was just like, I would love to do cake decorating, because that is still like a pipe dream of mine. I don't know, I love watching cake decorating videos. They're so soothing.
Yeah. Well, when we're able to be together in the kitchen again, let's try to like decorate a cake.
Oh my god, let's do it. It's gonna not look anything like what we want it to, but I mean, I think that's like, it'll be fine.